Hello, mathematicians. Welcome back. Do you remember what you did yesterday in math? We ordered numbers. We put numbers in order from smallest to biggest, and we're going to be working with numbers all around us all week. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing more with ordering numbers, but it's going to look a little different. And today you're going to need a couple of different materials that you hopefully picked up from school. So one thing you're going to need is I'd like you to have this book ready with you, which is our Everyday Math Journal. And the other thing you're going to need is in the folder that your second grade teachers gave you was some papers like this. And these are we call scroll sheets. And in fact, it says beginning number scroll sheet. So you're going to need this and this math. And we're going to get started because this is a fun one. In fact, I have to tell you what we're about to do. I had a student who is now, I think, well, he's definitely in high school, I think now, but he used to love this activity so much that well, I'm jumping ahead. Let me show you the activity first, shall I? All right, so what you're going to be doing today, and you might remember this from first grade, is we are going to be filling out our very own hundreds grid. So if you turn, I don't need scissors for this today, but if you turn your sheet this way, you can see that they've already started you out with the number 0. What comes after 0? Well, that's easy, 1. So you're going to write a 1 there. And then what you're going to do is you are going to be able to fill out this entire sheet. Do you know how many numbers you're going to have on here when you're done? I'm not going to tell you. Maybe you're talking to the screen right now, but I'm going to go ahead and write some of them. So you're going to write 1 and 2, and you're going to want to write your neatest handwriting so that it fits nice and neat into those boxes. Now, again, I know I've said this before, but I can write pretty quickly because I have been doing this for a very long time. So after 10, I'm going to come right back over here and I'm going to write 11, 12, 13, and I'm going to do a couple more rows just to show you, because what happens when we write our numbers this way is we're going to start to see patterns. And patterns are when things start to look the same. So right now, I'm going to pause for a minute and I want you just to look. Do you notice something about this? Look at each number in this column is going to end with a 1. And each number in this column ends in a 2. And in fact, when I talk about ending, this is kind of crazy. It's called place value. So this is the ones place. So the ones place always stays the same. So everything in this column is going to end in 5. And if you don't believe me, let me show you another thing. In case this is tough for you, this is why I had you get out your math journal. If you look on the very last page, look at that. That looks just like what we're doing. Take a look. They even have a 0 there. And I know some of you know this, but these are called negative numbers, and we'll talk a little bit about those later. But for right now, we're just going to be talking about positive numbers, the numbers you're used to working with. But look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they are matching up. So you can use this to check, to make sure you're writing your numbers the correct way. But let's look at this, since this grid's all the way filled out already. In the ones place, all of these end in 1. Look, 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, 81, 91. This one even goes up to 101. Over here, this is, I know you guys know how to count by 10. So you could count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. But you could also, did you know you could count by 10s but start with a different number? So if you were going to count by 10s and start with 6, count with me out loud. It would be 6, 16, 26, 36, 46, 56, 66, 76, 86, 96, 106. So you could even, when you're filling out your grid, if you get really comfortable and you want to try things a little different way, you could even do this. So I've got 11, 21. If I'm counting by tens, it would look like this. 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, 81, 91. See how I'm doing that? So your job today is to fill out this entire sheet. Now you might have noticed that we gave you more than one. So, and we're going to show you how you can put those together at another time. But if you finish and you get all the way to 100, which would be like this. So I'm going to do this side just so you can see where it ends. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Do you know what the next number is going to be? What comes after 100? 101. So once you're done with this paper, you can come over here and you want the side up to say paste tape to here. You want that at the top. But then you would write 101. And you're only going to have 3 numbers in each box. So like 1 is a number, 0 is a number, 1 is a number. So there's only going to be 3. If you have 4, you're not correct. So let's just show you what that would look like. So you have 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, and now it gets tricky because it's 110. And when you write 110, this is what it looks like. 110, 111, 112. So again, when you're checking your boxes today, if you get this far, you're going to want to make sure there's only 3 numbers in your box. And this is an activity that students love to do. Mathematicians love doing them because what we can do eventually is we can connect all of these together and turn them into a scroll. Scrolls are when you roll the papers up like this. I had a student once, I'm not kidding you, he had so many taped together. So he had written numbers through the thousands. And we went out in the hallway and it stretched the length of the hallway. So today, your job is to work on filling out your hundreds grids. And you're gonna want to do as many as you can, but remember, don't make it sloppy. So you do need to work, I want you to try to work quickly, but you gotta be smart and you gotta be neat, because that's even more important. We talk about in math, the most important thing is to get the right answer, and then it's about being efficient and being able to do things quickly. So do your best, and we will see you back in a little while. And again, you're going to need to show your work. So you're going to have to get this up, and then when we meet together again in a moment, your teacher is going to say, okay, show me what you did on that math scroll, and you're going to hold it up so we can all see how you did, and we'll see how far you can get. So are you ready? On your mark, get set, have some fun.